Happy Sunday, everybody. Steve here. What's that? Yes, it is another sunny, warm day in Abu Dhabi. Aren't they all? No, it is cooling down here. We're in, this is October, well, it's the 16th for me, but on a Saturday. Yeah, it is midway through October. Temperature's still up in the upper 90s, but it is slowly cooling down. Hope everybody having a great Sunday. I wanted to share something today. I was reading through John, and actually I got steered toward this verse through this devotional. I want to read a little bit. So Faith Alone, it's actually a collection of Martin Luther's sermons and writings and everything else, kind of put in a devotional format. And this particular verse really stood out for me, and I got a paragraph I'll read from this. But looking at John 14, do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. And this is John 14:1. And Jesus, take this in context. So sometimes we go to chapters. Well, what happened right before that? So this is the Last Supper, and Jesus is talking with the disciples. He had just told them, somebody here is going to betray me. Basically I'm going to be captured and killed, and all of these things. He's letting them know, and this is they've grown to know and love Jesus, and they believe he's the Messiah, and they've spent the last 3 years in his ministry. And here's this man they've spent day and night with for 3 years, and he's saying, I'm going to be captured, killed, and taken away, and I'm sure that they were pretty stressed out about it, and that's kind of the context for this. Don't let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. And I just was reading that and the comfort, and then this what Martin Luther has to say talking about this. Comfort for Troubling Times is kind of the title of this devotional. But as we get on into it, he says, I like what he says here. He says, we should receive the comfort Christ offers in this passage. It's as if Christ is saying to us, what are you doing? Why are you cringing? Are you scared to death? Be encouraged and take heart. All is not lost, even if the devil, the world, or your conscience plagues and terrifies you. You're not ruined if you don't feel my presence. Don't you remember that I told you about this long ago and left these comforting words to strengthen and preserve you? And then Martin Luther goes on to say, from these and other words of Christ, we should begin to know the Lord in the right way. We should develop a more loving confidence in him, and we should pay more attention to his words than to anything that may come before our eyes, ears, and senses. For if we're Christians and stay close to him, we know that he speaks to us. We learn in this passage and elsewhere that he wants to comfort us with his words. Everything he says or does is nothing but friendly and comforting words and actions. We can be sure of this. A sorrowful, timid, and frightened heart doesn't come from Christ. Christ doesn't frighten hearts or make them depressed. He came to this earth, fulfilled his mission, and ascended into heaven to take away sorrow and fearfulness from our hearts and replace them with cheerful hearts, consciences, and mind. That's why he promises to send the Holy Spirit to his followers. Through the Spirit, he wants to strengthen and preserve his followers after he left. Whoever can trust in Christ, what Christ says in this passage, will be in good shape and will have won more than half the battle. So I really like that. And how many times did Jesus say that? How many times do I have to tell you? When are you going to believe me? And I love, I'll be there. I'm there for you. Even if you don't feel me, I'm there. I love that. I draw great comfort from that. Sometimes we feel alone, don't we? Something happens and we do something, or we screw up somehow, or do something wrong, or we just feel like the world's just coming down on us and we feel alone. We're not. You're not. Never alone. He's always there. And I draw great comfort from that. Don't let your heart be troubled. Believe in God. believe also in me. So I love this. It was such an encouragement to me. I hope it is for you too. And I appreciate you visiting with me here on Sunday morning, and we'll see you next time.